It's your boy, the realist, the people's champion, AG7X, and welcome to the deep end. Explain a few things to y'all before we start. First off, welcome to the new show. Yes, I do my shit by shows, so get used to it. This is the deep end. This is a show where I talk about just a bunch of real shit that stays in my head, and if anyone wants me to talk about different topics like blah blah blah, just some real shit, I'm gonna mention it. It's called the deep end because I plan to get real deep on this show, just letting everything out in my heart, head, and all that shit. So that's number one. Number two, I'm in a completely different room than I'm usually am in. The room that I usually record in with the couch and all that, that's the office, but right now it's being cleaned up, so I need to find a new spot to shoot at. But for right now, I'm in my old ass room, the room I used to shoot in, the room that was green. And this will be a spot for probably just this week. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let's try to get into it. When I first was thinking of the show, I was gonna think of a more deeper topic, but a friend of mine who's also on YouTube, her name is Valkyrie. There's her channel where my hand is and shit, so you should go sub her up and shit. But she just came back to YouTube like I did last week, and she was doing a Q&A for her first video back, and one of the questions was, how do you find the motivation to do what you do? And she said some shit that shocked me and really had me thinking on some deep end type shit. And she was like, well, first of all, you can't trust motivation. I kind of was like, well, that doesn't make sense because everyone's motivated to do something, right? And then she continued on saying that motivation is nothing without discipline. And I really sat back and said, that is some real deep shit. And this person, I don't know, I don't talk to her personally, but this person doesn't come off as somebody you would have some real deep philosophical conversation with. So when she said that shit, I was kind of set back for a second. So it's really deep in my head, and I was saying, you know, that is the truth. Like, you really can't trust your motivation at all, because one, motivation springs up whenever. Like, I can watch a YouTube video right now and just put in motivation, and I'll feel motivated off of it, but that doesn't mean you're gonna do something off of it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when motivation comes up, you're gonna feel something. Like, that's the whole point of motivation. But if you don't discipline yourself and take action with that motivation, then you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, a lot of people have told me, like, I seem really motivated or I seem really passionate about a lot of the things I do. But what I've learned is that with that motivation that I have inside, like, I never do anything with it. Like, I told myself that by the end of this year that I would have at least 1,000 subscribers. Like, you can check it out in that video. I said that shit, and really, it's September now, and I'm nowhere near that. Like, a lot of that is all my fault. Like, I can't blame anyone on YouTube. I can't blame the people around me, because I said that I wanted to do it. I didn't say, oh, you help me do this with YouTube and shit. This is all me. Like, I'm still trying to stay motivated with YouTube and shit. But then I keep saying it's hard for that because I don't get paid. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't have a fan base and all that shit. But really, the main thing that's holding me back is me at the end of the day. As much as people say you shouldn't say some shit like that, at the end of the day, you're not going to do anything unless you want to do it. How I work, I either do it if someone tells me to do it or if I feel like doing it. And most of the time, I'm not going to lie, I don't feel like doing it. Like, I get home from working and then I'm expected to do something, and I'm just like, nah, bro, I'm good. Or let's say I'm at school. Like, school is the best example of this. If you're at school and your teacher gives you an assignment to do, and it's not due for a couple weeks, more likely your ass is gonna procrastinate and not do that shit. You see what I'm saying? So really, you can feel motivated, but if you don't have the discipline to do the shit that you want to do, then you're not gonna do it. Successful people in the world are disciplined. I'm just gonna tell you right now. One of the most successful people that I know on this earth is my mama. Like, she be working her ass off every day. And there was one point in high school where I wasn't being disciplined with myself at all. And I was just not doing it. And she came to me and was like, you know, I had a period like that once, and it was in college. And basically, it was hard for me to really keep everything together because, one, I just had you. Your sister was around too. So I had 2 kids. I was in college and I was working 2 jobs just to keep y'all up and shit. And then I kind of just sat there and disciplined myself. And I made a schedule about everything that I had to do for basically every day. And then after that, I started getting straight A's. I started taking care of y'all just perfectly. And I ended up getting a good paying job after working 2 jobs. Like, I'm set. And part of that is because of my granddad. Rest in peace to my own pa, for real. He was in the Marines. So, you know, military is going to get your ass set up straight. Like, that's pure discipline. My main thing is, like, if you are trying to convince yourself that, oh, I'm just not motivated to do it, I just don't feel like doing it. If you want to do it, you're going to end up doing it. Like, for real. I wanted to make this video. I told myself that I was going to make this video. I was going to make one deep end video by the end of this year. By far. And the motivation to make that video came Friday. And sadly, the discipline came Sunday. It actually came like a month later, but don't shoot me. I'm working on it. Because this video was going to be up Saturday, which I should have did, and I should have did my radio show, but I didn't. But you know why? Because I felt motivated to do it, but I didn't discipline myself enough to do it. Stop saying I feel motivated to do it, because you're really not. Because your true motives ain't gonna come out unless you gonna sit yourself down and do it. I'm probably one of the worst people to give you this prep talk or to go real deep with you about the shit. But I feel like I need to have this talk with y'all, and I need to have this talk with myself. Because for years now, I've just been kind of just flowing through the world. Like, I say I'm gonna do all this. I dream about doing this. I want to do this, and this. But really, when you look at it, at the end of the day, I've only done 2 things. I don't know if this is really the conversation that needs to be had for the first episode of The Deep End, but you gotta really look deep inside of yourself to say, I want to do this, and I will discipline myself enough to do this. The only person that's gonna know exactly what you or I want to do in life is going to be yourself. Like, ain't nobody gonna know that you have a dream of being a dancer, or you have a dream of being a rapper or some shit like that. Ain't nobody gonna really sit down and know exactly your vision of the future. So to reach your vision of the future, you gotta say, I want to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to sit down and make myself do this. That you can't trust motivation. You have to have motivation and discipline in order to get to where you want to be and where you need to be. in the future. That is the end of my rant. I'm surprised that I did this all in one shot and not fuck it up. I talked too damn much though, because that was a lot longer than I expected. Hopefully, with the magic of editing, we can make this shorter. But I'm gonna make the ending real short. Social medias, right there. AG7X. Some have the underscore, some don't. You already know. Also, gaming videos will be back because I got my Elgato. You should already know this because this was explained last video. And if you haven't seen last video, links in the description and it should be right here. So check that out too. I got the old one because I want to record off my PS3 and all that shit. And I will start my first walkthrough probably sometime this week or sometime next week. But anyways, there's that. Radio show will also happen Saturday. Dope sesh. And then yeah, subscribe, like, comment. Shout out to Ray for inspiring this video. Much love to you, my sister. And yeah. Peace.